Hello guys, I'm Aaron from Shimano Singapore, and as you can see in front of me, this scene is very familiar, right? That's because we're at episode 2 of the Anglers Ask series. So this week, I will be answering a few more questions that is mainly revolving around rods and tackle pairing. So without further ado, let's begin. So question number 1, we have from Harris. He asks, why does Shimano rarely issue rods for basic techniques? What I know is only one series, namely Speedmaster R. Alright Harris, you're not wrong about the Speedmaster R, that is by Shimano. But what you might not know is that the Speedmaster R is more geared towards jigging only. Okay, and before I answer your question, let's just clarify the context of the question. So by basic techniques, you mean for beginners, right? Friendly for beginners. Okay, so in this case, I will actually mention 2 models, okay, which revolve around affordability and less around technicalities, because it's for beginners, right? So you don't need to focus too much on the technicalities of fishing yet. Just know that Shimano has a wide range for different applications. Okay, so for the first one, it'll be a saltwater model, a saltwater series actually. It's a Japan domestic model called the Salty Advanced Rod Series. So in this Salty Advanced Rod Series, you have 9 or 10 applications for like different kind of saltwater fishing. Anywhere from arjing, mebaru, tairaba, egging, right, for squidding, or jigging, right? So the price, it starts out from 150 Singapore dollars, so it's very, very affordable. And the next one will be the freshwater fishing rod series, which is called the Majestic Rod Series. It just came out in 2020, and it is also very, very affordable, much more so than the Salty Advanced series. It starts off at just $50. I hope that explains your question, if that answers your question, Harris. So affordability and a wide range of applications for you to try, right? The Salty Advanced and the Majestic Rod Series. Okay, question 2. Owen asks, hey Shimano, what setup would you consider to be the best all-round setup for Southeast Asian lure fishing? Okay, a rod and reel combo versatile enough to stop striped snakehead but withstand the power of a toman or a chado. Thanks. Okay, thank you Owen for your question. So for those who are unfamiliar, a toman is a giant snakehead. So basically Owen wants a versatile setup that can hunt for the smaller snakeheads and also giant snakehead. Owen, I have 2 recommendations here. One will be a higher end combo, and the other one will be a lower end, more affordable combo. So for the higher end, I will recommend the Antares MD reel. Right? MD here stands for Monster Drive. Why do you need this reel? It's because Antares MD, right, the spool is deep enough for you to spool in a 20-pound rating of nylon lines at 100 meters length. Okay? So this is very important. And also, it's very strong. The drag is capped at 6 kilograms. Okay, and I would recommend to pair this reel with a Poison Glorious rod. Right? Poison Glorious rod, you have the ultimate blanks design, right? That takes care of the blanks, very natural bend for any strong fights. Right? And you have the X-Guide system, troubleless line. You don't have to worry about your line breaking or like because any breakage because of line troubles, line twisting or anything like that, no. Okay, and the last one is the carbon monocoque grip. This raises the sensitivity of the rod because it's actually hollow with very, very hard carbon walls. So what this means is that all the information from the water, like maybe fish nibbling on your bait, you can feel it using the carbon monocoque grip. Okay, so let's move to the second option, the more affordable option, which is the Curado reel with the Zodiac rod. Okay, so this is the more affordable option. Shimano has a lot of Curado type of products, right? You have the Curado DC, you have the Curado K, and recently you have the Curado BFS, Bait Finesse. So what I would recommend to go as near as the Antares MD is to use the Curado 200 series, right? Because that will be the same spool capacity, okay? That's the closest to the Antares MD. And also Curado is a very, very tough reel, right? Great for giant snakeheads. And the Zodiac rods, why Zodiac rods? Because it has the carbon monocoque grip. This is probably the most important one next to the blanks because it helps you time your strikes, right? You know when the fish is nibbling, when the fish is striking, right? So you can just hook it up. Let's go to question 3. Haris Haikal asks, can you suggest a suitable Shimano jigging rod to pair with Shimano Oceania Conquest Limited 301 HG reel for fast jigging game? Okay, so for fast jigging game, right, I would actually recommend you to use any LJ type rods, okay? So for example, Oceania Jigger LJ, Game type LJ, Grappler type LJ, Grappler type BB LJ. The BB stands for Blood Brothers, okay, which is an even more affordable range than the Grappler. So the list that I just listed out just now, it goes down from affordability, right? So you have the top tier Oceania Jigger, and then you have the most affordable option, which is Grappler type BB, okay? So you can just choose any of the LJ type rods, okay? And look for any one of the specs that suits your needs most, okay? So question 4, Damien Tan asks, what's the recommended setup for slow fall or slow jigging in Singapore using a Shimano Oceania Conquest Limited 301 high gear, okay? The same reel as just now. So for example, he says, what PE line and leader, size of jig, and which rod is better to pair with the reel? Looking to pair with Grappler or Grappler BB series rod. Actually, I would recommend that you maybe go up a few ranks, right, to the Game type or the Oceania Jigger Limited rods, because it will just suit your reel so much more. For the Oceania Jigger Limited, right, you can use the B620 or the B621. So next for the PE line. PE line, anything below PE2 would be perfect, because in Singapore waters, right, we do not have a spanker to control the boat from drifting. So we will need a thinner line so that you can cut through the water current, the sea current, to allow the jig to drop to the strike zone. And so that's very important as well. So anything below PE2, perfect. Okay, for the leader, you can use our latest Oceania F leader. The Oceania F leader is roughly the same as our Oceania EX Fluoro leader. Okay, that was also very, very popular, very, very durable and very reliable. Okay, and it's also quite affordable. So please, just go for the Oceania F leader and you will be just fine. So Damien, for the jig, right, 2 things that you must factor in, right? The depth of the water and also the sea current, how fast or how slow the sea current is flowing. Okay, so if it's like very deep, right, 50 meters or more, then you need to have a heavier jig. This is because like you want the jig to reach a seabed faster. The current flows very fast and your jig is too light. So this is the current. Imagine this is current. This is your jig. So if the current just keeps on slamming on the jig, right, it will eventually just flow, just swim horizontally. It will never reach the seabed, or it will reach like very, very far from your drop-off point. So if it's very fast moving currents, right, you have to use something slim and slender, like our Pebble Stick series, okay? So that one, it'll cut through the water faster, and also the sea currents will help the action go like zoom to the right, zoom to the left, zoom to the right, zoom to the left, okay? So zigzag. So if it's a slow current flowing, right, you would need something that's flat and fat, okay? So we have the Wingfall. Yeah, the Wingfall is very, very suitable for our slow jigging series. Because like there's no fast current to help with the action, you need the jig, the shape of the jig to help you with displaying very, very appealing actions. So if fat and flat, when it goes down with slow current, it'll do this like twisting action, okay? The twinkling action. Alright guys, thank you for joining us on this episode, and stay tuned for the next episode where we will be talking about lures and lines. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and remember to follow our Facebook and our Instagram pages as well. If you would like to see more of these videos where you ask us questions and we give our best answers as we can possibly give, please drop a few comments in the comment section below. Okay, till then, take care and fish safe.